Hello, welcome back again. More monsters. It's monster lore today. We have Esper's Emporium of Esoterica here and the Tome of Beasts by Kobold Press, the third one, which I haven't done a review on this book, and actually I haven't done a review on either of these books, but that's beside the point. We're going to be talking about a particular monster. I'm going to put up a poll. Feel free to take part in that poll today, and also we're going to, after the presentation, after I cover the Cervina, we're going to do some tool building or make something. Okay, so grab some food, some drink, make sure you're comfortable, and then I'll get straight into this, cover this, and then we'll have a little chat and show you the entry in the book as well. Okay, all right, I'm pretty much ready to go. Let's line us all up. Come on. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Weller, and today I want to talk about the monster lore for a monster called the Cervina. Now, what is the Cervina? Well, it's a monster from Esper's Emporium of Esoterica, and this is the monster lore for that creature. It is a Dungeons & Dragons 5e compatible monster, so there's actually a stat block for it, but we're going to cover the actual lore and story behind the Cervina. So majestic forest folk, the Cervina, are quadrupeds. Cervinas have the bodies of a petite deer, but the torsos and head of a person. Cervina bear a resemblance to the centaur or centaurs, but are smaller and have obvious fey traits. Cervina skin and fur typically have a range of lustrous hues, such as tan, bronze, copper, and gold. Small antlers or horns protrude from the Cervina's forehead. Their ears are long and pointed. The magical creature, such as the Cervina, creates an orb of soft light that hovers in the air. Cervina are also skilled fey spellcasters, generally casting magic that is protective in some nature or healing. The clothing and armor of the Cervina is usually finely crafted. It does sort of suggest that it's crafted so it can allow them to actually move gracefully, because we don't want them to hinder their movement. They have a lot of legs to deal with. There are many customs that the Cervina value and safeguard for their culture. Raising and training the blink dog, surprisingly, it's a common practice for the Cervina. They will pledge themselves to upholding noble aims and goals. This is a sort of a intrinsic value that they have within their culture, and it's quite common. It is something that's very important to them. Of all the various adversaries the Cervina have faced over the years, none are so loathsome as the warg wraiths. Now, massive canines of undead shadow have appeared a few times throughout history, plaguing the material plane and also the plane of the fairies, or the Fey realm. Cervinas have been primarily the force that has fought and defeated warg wraiths, but each time it has been at a terrible cost. In regards to the Cervina, they really haven't truly recovered from these battles with the warg wraiths. Entire noble families have been hunted down, and squads of elite soldiers have fallen in harrowing battles against the monstrous wraith wolves. They're essentially a wraith-like wolf. Some of the more horrifying Cervina tales speak of a fair and righteous soul turning into a shadowy wolf after being devoured by a warg wraith or bitten. Within the Cervina communities, you can hear the anxious whispers speculating about when there will be the next warg wraith to appear. And that is the Cervina. It is essentially a fey-like centaur with its own sort of dark history and bright future, we would like to think. That is the warg wraith. So that's everything I have on the warg wraith. The warg wraith? No, this is the Cervina. We need to talk about the warg wraith some other time though. But the Cervina, yes. So if this was interesting and useful to you, great. I want to thank my patrons who support me on Patreon, but I also want to thank Esper the Bard for supporting me so I can keep running the videos and the live streams around his monsters. And look, all the best with what you're doing with your game. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. Okay, quick and sweet. Now, I'm going to share a page from the book that actually shows you this creature. And let me just jump over here. This is the page that I need to show off. I said I would show it off. He wanted you to be able to see the entry within the book. So that's what I'm going to do, Esper. I'm doing that right now. Okay, so as you can see, this is... Now, there's two entries for this Cervina. There's the Lightbringer, and then there's a second version. What you'll notice is that they have a fair amount of armor class. It's a mid-range armor class, 15. Hit point 75 is on average. But they're resistant to radiant damage. And they have two languages, Common and Sylvan. But their bodies basically mean that they can't climb. Like that's just, climbing is going to be very, very difficult for them to achieve because they're a quadruped. Now, I have been told by AJ Pickett that quadrupeds can climb. And I remember him describing a picture that he had of one at one point, and I was like, really? I just haven't seen that many trees being climbed by a horse or a centaur, but then centaurs aren't real, right? They have a leap, so they can actually, they're pretty good at leaping. And they also have innate spell casting, which is very important. Things like Dancing Lights, Sacred Flame, Healing Word, Misty Step, Fairy Fire, obviously, Daylight, Protection from Evil and Good, things like that. Multi-attack, and then they have a Brilliant Pulse as well. So this is all around light, okay, and doing radiant damage. Okay. So this is the second version. This is the Houndmaster. Now the Houndmaster, essentially, it's about the same. The only difference is it has fewer spells that it can cast. Okay, it's only got Daylight, Fury Fire, and the Hunter's Mark spell. But they also have Call the Fey Hound, so it can summon 2 Blink Dogs. Now, I'm not quite sure why Blink Dogs are associated with the Cervina. But they are. Apparently they train them, so this is probably that's honing in on. Okay, so that is the Cervina, and we will be covering... I don't know what we're covering next week. I have to think about it. I've got 2, 3, 4... I've actually got a few choices. I've just got to decide what it's going to be. Anyway, thank you, Esper. All right, let's go into chat and see what people have had to say. Hello, Fred Huber. Fred Huber, can I just say, Fred, I think at this point, considering you've shown up to so many of my live streams, Fred, I don't know how you feel about this, but you're going to tell me. So Fred Huber is a patron. He's also a subscriber, but he's always commenting in the live chat, which means he's always watching my live chats, or just about always. Not always, but just about always. I think, Fred, I don't know, how do you feel about coming onto my channel using Go Live Together? Now there's you can use your phone as long as your phone has got good Wi-Fi. I don't know if you've got good Wi-Fi, but maybe it's time for you to come on. Maybe it's time for you and me to meet and have a chat in a live stream. I don't imagine the quality of the live stream would be very good. I know you, Fred, I know you miss some of the live streams, but Fred, if I were to offer up a day and a time to go live together with you, would you accept it? I'm going to offer it. I think at this point you kind of earned it. You're here for so many of these live streams, and you always, I don't agree with everything you say, but you don't agree with everything that I say. But we can have a conversation, and a lot of your feedback has been brilliant. Let's get real. I'd be happy to have you on. Yeah. I don't like doing video chat. And that is answered that question. Okay, I won't go back to that as a suggestion again. Done. Understood. Hello, Pale Rider. How you doing? Tell goats that climbing is hard. Yes, I guess that's true. But do goats climb trees? I think that's the question. It's like, you can see a goat climb a mountain for sure. Like it could be just a sheer mountain. But yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd just throw that out there. Um, if you don't decide what the monster eats, you don't know why they are trying to eat the PCs. Well, I would kind of agree with that. I would kind of agree. It's kind of important to know what they like to eat. Not all monsters need to eat meat. They don't have to always eat the adventurous. They might eat something else. Your player character's just getting in the way. And okay. Dancing light spell should be a magical disco ball created for a dance-off battle. This reminds me of yesterday's discussion around the skill challenge, and when Nacho Man had brought up his tavern skill challenge, where he had a drinking contest, which makes perfect sense because it's a tavern, followed by a dance-off, which I thought was hilarious, followed by a tavern brawl. And I was thinking, what's the next thing that you could do in a tavern? Is playing darts, but you don't play darts with darts because that's boring. No, you use hand axes or knives, and if you miss, you hit one of the audience or spectators, either killing them or seriously injuring them. That's the sort of thing you do while you're drunk, right? In a fantasy adventure. Dear. Anyway, I've seen a vid with a goat in a tree. Have you? Did somebody put the goat in the tree? Because a lot of people fabricate their videos, right? They set them up. They're not actually legit. They're the bollocks. They just put them there to make people interested in something. Put a goat in a tree JPEG and search, and yeah. But again, like I said, if you show me a video of a goat climbing into a tree, okay, legitimately, and not just somebody stuck the goat in the sodding tree. I've seen people stick goats on top of animals before. I don't believe they climbed onto the animal. Not in the slightest. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's do some monster stuff today. People were answering the poll. I'm going to let you keep filling in that poll. We were working on a task last time, and I thought it would be good to actually go back to that task and finish what we had started, or at least do a bit more. I think we will probably finish it. I think, Fred, you had mentioned that getting 100 different monster diet things or foods or something would be pretty much impossible. And I'm inclined to agree that a lot of these are repeats. So I'm going to show you what I have, and then we're going to go through and do some tidy up. Now, some of you may have noticed a slight change in the way I'm doing my live streams. You'll notice that they're not generally now 2 hours long. I am trying very, very hard in many cases to make sure I'm only live streaming for an hour. There's a couple of different reasons why I'm doing that. One of the reasons why I'm trying to make my live streams only about an hour or just over an hour rather than 2 hours long is, one, it's easier on me. It's hard to speak for 2 hours non-stop. I get very tired and then I have to go to work. Also, too, another thing is I'm not sure that people have the 2 hours to spare. So rather than trying to make it 2 hours long where people have got 2 hours to sort of deal with, I might be better off to just stick with making it short and sweet. I think an hour is probably a good time frame. It doesn't work very well when we're making something because you need to allow for quite a bit of time to do that, or you need to do it over a number of weeks. And so you're going to see more and more of my live streams will start being, I start at a particular time and I'm usually finished within an hour. Okay. All right. Let's have a look at what I have here for today, and we'll start working on this. When I drink, I try not to allow sharp objects. I'm not sure what I'm talking about here, Fred Huber, but turning it on. You've linked something. I'm not sure what that's all about. Okay, so here we go. Here is the list that I have so far. So bone marrow, so that the monster sucks and licks other creatures' bone marrow for food, so it's bone marrow only. Caffeine consumer, the monster snacks on coffee and cocoa beans. Conductor, the monster harvests lightning and static electricity. Corrosive consumer, the creature eats rust or corroded metals. Cybertroll, the monster feeds on negative energy and spoken words, and I put a question mark on that one. Dark Devourer, the monster consumes normal and magical darkness. Dreamcatcher, the creature survives on a being's dreams. Let's try this for sustenance. Is that right? Sustenance? Oh, okay, now that's better. Sustenance. Eggs. The monster prefers cracking open and slurping eggs. It's an egg eater. Element Craver. The creature eats or absorbs all elements such as earth, fire, water, or air. I think what it needs to say is eats or absorbs an element. Element such as. So we don't have to be all of them, just one. Pick one. Pick one. Goats and trees had to take out, and of course I post a link. They were okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, the links are a little, putting in a link in is difficult into live chat for obvious reasons. But anyway, emotions. The creature collects the energy from emotions and feelings, or feelings and emotions. Fey Feaster. The monster primarily eats fey creatures. Fungal feats. Feaster. Fungal food. Fungal. I feel like that's going to have to be something else. Feedu. The creature's main diet consists of mushrooms and fungus. Mushrooms and fungus. Let's do that one. Life force. Now, we have something around sucking out souls and so forth. Soul feeder. I think life force is really the same. So we're going to get rid of life force. If we're going to have soul feeder, life force, it's essentially the same thing. I think when we consolidate, we will have 20. Yeah, quite possibly. How's it going? Prepare, cook, and survive. How are you doing? Let me just get rid of this. If anybody sees anything that you think is a repeat, you let me know. Magic Devourer. The monster drains or siphons magic and spells. Okay. Now, meat. The monster eats fresh or rotting. And we're going to get rid of rotting. Is it rotting that I want to say? Rotting. I should just call it carnivore, really. Meat. Omnivore. No. I'm just trying to think how I want this to. Yeah. No, I think we will just call it carnivore. Because that's what it is, right? So, that's not how you spell it though. Carnivore, and I need to move it because it's now in the wrong place. So, cut the C, and carnivore goes carnivora, ora. There you go, right there. Okay, next. Metal. The monster bites and digests all metals. Okay. We've got Mind Muncher. The creature feeds on psychic energy. I feel like the psychic energy thing and the feelings, the emotions one is kind of the same. My general feeling is that psychic energy, feelings and emotions, they all feel like they are very similar. Are they different though? Are they different? So let's put a question mark on that one. And the emotions one, we'll put a question mark on that as well. Because I think that they are very similar to each other in many respects. Mind Muncher. And this one here, emotions, bracket. I feel like they are pretty repetitive. Who are, Norok. Hello, Norok. Norok is also a patron. How's it going? Glad to have you. Starry-eyed. The creature uses nuclear fission to sustain itself. I think what you mean is radiation. Let's just call it radiation. it's not going to create it itself. That would make no sense. Oxygen. The creature inhales oxygen as a food source. Okay. Photosynthesis. The monster gets its sustenance from the sun. I think that's fine. Recycle. The monster feeds. God. Feeds on recycled food only. I think that's done in jest a little bit. Let's get real. I think that's a jest going on there. Let's get rid of this. We don't need to highlight that anymore, so we'll get rid of the highlight. Undo it. And I think it's fine as it is. Get rid of the question marks. Soul feeder. The monster consumes spiritual souls. Yeah, we got that one. Rock. The monster consumes minerals, rocks, and stone. I'm fine with that. Small people. The monster eats only halflings, gnomes, or small humanoids. Gnomes or small humanoids. Okay, alright. Okay, stinky scavenger. The monster inhales methane and other noxious gases as food. Okay. Story starved. The creature gains energy from hearing and learning new stories. Vampiric. The creature drinks blood to survive. Vegetarian. I think we're going to call it herbivore, actually. Herbivore. Which means I need to put it somewhere else. Herbivore. We go cut. H goes where? Right about here. Herbivore. Herbivore. Okay, cool. All right. What's going on here? There's some weird thing going on. Something started up. Turn off. Something's turned itself on and I don't want it to turn on. You painful thing, you. Okay. All right. Who am I missing? Nonya. Hello, Nonya. How are you doing? Cold Cruncher. The monster gains energy from eating snow and ice. It particularly likes yellow snow. Oh, yeah, Metal and rock. Oh no, I think it's slightly different. Metal, rock and stone, and separating metals. I think I'm fine with separating those. So let's take your idea, Nacho, not Nacho, Norok, and truck it in. Cold. I'm not going to put the yellow snow thing in though. Okay. That doesn't need to be there. Cold. Dear. All right. Cold. Drop that in. Okay, that's cool. Was there anything else in there that I needed to grab? Your psychic and emotions are pretty much the same. I feel like they are. I think they're very likely we're going to get rid of them. If you oath, people eater. Yeah, small people eater. Recycled food. Yes, we've got the recycled food. I know you guys insisted on this. You Pale Rider, you sent me on a mission, so I tagged you in a video of ye tree climbing goats on Twitter. Oh, good Lord. Carrion eater eats dead meat. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So look, if we're going to do that, we can do that. That's fine. We can do that. Carrion eater. I'm going to separate one of the other things though. If we're going to go carnivore, we've got to go carrion eater. If we're going to do carrion, we've got to separate it a little bit. So did it carrion, carnivore, carry on, carry in, carry over, carry there, something like this. Put that in there. Paste. Right. Okay, I'm going to switch back over so you can see, since I've kind of caught up now. And carrion eater. Fine, but we have to remove something else if we're going to just make a distinction. The monster eats fresh animal flesh or meat. The monster eats dead or decaying animal meat. Okay, there we go. All right, so I've separated the two. Okay, there we go. Now we need to do a couple of others. Have a good one, all. Are you going to go? No problems. If you've got to take off, no problems. Nonya, nice to have you for the short time that we did. Okay, let's include cannibal and omnivore. Let's include these. So the monster consumes plant and animal flesh. There we go. We've got our omnivore, cannibal. The monster only eats its own species. There. There we go. That's not a good way to cannibalism. Surest way to make sure that your species will die out. Darwin would be impressed. Okay, cannibal should be going right about here, shouldn't it? And let's stick this in. Cannibal. Okay. Next, omnivore, which is O for omnivore. Cut. Omnivore. Om. Should be right about here, I believe. Okay, and paste. Okay, how are we doing? We're doing all right? Bugs. Oh, somebody had mentioned bugs before. Sure, only eats insects. What do we call that? Heartbreaker. The creature only eats hearts. Okay, look, if we're going to... I know what's going to happen. We're going to have a whole lot of organs. Okay, so I knew this might happen. So this is how we're going to write it. Organ feeder. The monster only eats a specific internal animal organ. Okay, that covers them all. Because there'll be brains. I can eat brains. They eat hearts. They eat livers. Yeah, so that covers the whole lot. Okay, cut organ feeder. Organ. Where am I putting this? Right about here. Organ. Nice. That's that one done. Insects. Bug eater. Okay, all right. I'm putting the bug eater in. It has been mentioned more than once. Seems like I might have to put it in. Hello, Chris. Broskett. How are you doing, Chris? Nice to have you. Nice. Feeds off electromagnetic fields, such could be a world ender. Electromagnetic fields. I think electricity and electromagnetic fields go together, so let's just leave that one. Bugs. Memories. I'm pretty sure we do have something on memories. I'm going to feed Pale Riders mentioning memories. I'm pretty sure we have something around memories. Emotions, spells, memories. I don't know. I can't remember. There's a few here that feel very similar. Memories. I'd have to read through, and I don't have to. I'm going to keep going. Bugs. So insectivore. Is there such a... There is a word. Oh my god, insectivore. The monster only feeds on bugs and insects. Okay. Things keep getting smaller. Wood. We want to have them own. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Derp. Hello, Derp. Derp is also a patron. Thank you for being here. So we got bugs. Wood is a good idea. I hadn't thought about that. There's a lot of insects that eat wood out there. So cut and put insects. HI goes here. And there we go. That one there. There we go. Pain. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put here dash feed on memories. I don't know if we've got one like that already. So I'll come back to it. Okay, next. Wood. What are we going to call wood? Well, wood is just a plant matter. So I really feel like feeding on wood is really a herbivore. Do you know what I mean? Because that's just a plant. So under herbivore, monster eats only plants. I think that's wood. That covers our wood. Yeah. We're all good on the wood side. Let's go back to the things that are unspecified so far that I need to name and try to put in here somewhere along this. Recycle. The monster feeds on recycled food only. I'm not even sure that this makes any sense, but anyway. Sleepy. This gains energy from sleeping. I think we had something on feeding on dreams. Dream catch. The creature survives on beings' dreams for sustenance. So yeah, I think that kind of, yeah. I suppose you could distinguish between dreams and nightmares. So dream catcher. The creature survives on a being's dreams or nightmares for sustenance. I mean, we could separate it and have two distinct ones. One is dreams, one is nightmares. But I feel like dreams are nightmares. There's good dreams and there's bad dreams. So let's just go with dream catcher. That covers that aspect. Feeds off of mages memorize spells, or we have magic already in here. Magic Devour. So we've got magic already. The sun, we've already got photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is there, sustaining on the sun. Okay, so memories. I don't think we have that. So what do we call that? The monster feeds on a creature's memories to survive. Something like that. What do we call that? This is very, very original. For now, I'll put that word there, and then we go Mori Thea something like that. What do we got here? So remembrance, evocation, reminder, echo, impression, a mind blank, store, cache, disk, RAM, recollection, evocation, echo. None of those really work as words that we could use. It's a fancy word for memories. Recollection, remembrance. Yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll just put that there for now. So we've got this, if somebody's mentioned the sun, we've got the sun already, so we don't need that one again. Okay, the monster feeds on other creatures' pain, which is a very strange thing to have, but what is that? What are we trying to put in here? Sadist, I think it is, isn't it? Sadist. I think that would be correct. Sadist. Sadist. Define. What is a sadist? Okay, a person who derives pleasure from inflicting pain or humiliation on others. Sadist. Is that kind of what we're looking at here? Derives pleasure, especially from inflicting pain. Well, it is pain, humiliation. Yes, I guess it's just all right. That's fine. That's all good. It's gone. We'll keep that. The monster absorbs laughter as a form of sustenance. So, what is that going to be? Donuts. Oh, come on. I've talked with Derp many times, and he's a very, very straight guy, if you ask me. He's very, very straight and sensible, comes up with some very interesting ideas. But when he throws in a joke idea, it throws me a little bit sometimes, because I'm not expecting it. Donuts. I feel like I could eat a donut right now, and I'm not a police officer. That's an old joke. Okay. All-consuming. The creature eats anything and everything. All-consuming. I suppose you could have all-consuming. Righto. All-consuming. The monster eats everything in the world. It's the nothing, isn't it? You've just never-ending story. I picked it up. Okay, I figured it out. I know what you're talking about here. You're talking about the nothing. Bacon. Oh no, we're not adding that one. Ouch eater. Oh, the ouch eater. Chris, nice. I won't use it though. Dear. Yeah, I do feel like that's kind of that's true. That's very, very, very true. I do feel like there is a bit of an overlap going on here. So yes, we will have to rethink that. We'll put all-consuming in. The hat's off because my brain is overheating, people. So we go cut all-consuming. And I can put that in. I feel like we're getting to the end of this rope. Memory. Memorizer. Memories. Copy, cut, memories. Memories for you and me. Let's have a look. Let's put that in. I think we'll go memories rather than memory. Memories. Okay. I don't know what to call 38. I have no idea. Nothing. Some monsters don't need food because they're magical and undead. Yes, that's true. That's true. We probably do need to have a category that it doesn't need to eat anything. So let's put nothing. Nice one, dude. Nothing. N for nothing. M, N, M, N, N. N, 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 N. Okay, here we go. Nothing. The monster doesn't need any food source. That's right, because it doesn't need to eat. Ravenous. The creature feeds off of other creatures' hunger. Oh, good Lord. we're really trying to. Are you guys seriously? I'm taking this away. 100. I'm going to change the number here because I know where we're going with this. I can see it now. I know what it's percolating through your minds. 40. I'm putting the word number 40 now. 40. Okay. All right. That takes the pressure off. Hospitality eaters only eats food prepared for them or given to them. Oh my God. Yes, it is. It is the opposite of all consuming. We have nothing. All right. Let's keep going with this. I was trying to the monster eat. I don't know what would you call eating laughter as a form of sustenance. That is an odd one. I'm not sure what that would be. Have another drink of water. Have a think about it. Well, let's take the word laughter and try to do a little bit of research on it. That might help. Let's Google. It's not. I mean, it's not. No, the word snot's not going to be any good. But let's Google it. Laughter. Okay, define the action sound of laughing. Okay, so that's not really what we need. It's actually thesaurus. That we need a thesaurus entry, don't we? So we go to the thesaurus one, not the memory one, not memories. Okay, all right. I don't know how for those of you who are in the chat and throwing out ideas, how do you guys feel about me talking about Star Wars on a live stream before Christmas? Because usually, leading up to Christmas and the end of the year, I talk about the future of Dungeons and Dragons or role-playing games or stuff like that. But what if I talked about Star Wars, or should I talk about both? Hashtag, would you like me to talk about Star Wars? And I don't necessarily mean new Star Wars or old Star Wars. I just mean Star Wars. I know a few people have suffered terminal trauma from some of the things that have been made for Star Wars recently. But so if you've suffered terminal trauma, please let me know. Okay. Hysterics, convulsions, chuckling, chortling, golfing, giggling. Giggle muncher. Let's just call it giggle muncher. It's a stupid name. It is a stupid, but I'll do it anyway. Giggle muncher. Okay. Giggle muncher. Ah, dear. This is the thing with when you come down to monsters and you talk about monsters. What have I done something wrong? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 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 G goes here. For a second there, didn't know where to put my G's. Okay, that goes here. Yeah, cool. That's in the right place. Chris loves Star Wars. I love Star Wars too. Everybody loves their particular part of Star Wars. If you play Star Wars Special, we're going to play the Star Wars Spaceball Special. I don't think it's going to happen this year though. The Sith are the best. Nora, I feel like there's 3 people have already said, talk about Star Wars, you will. Oh, okay, Stuart. So... Was it you and me, Stuart, who were talking about this the other day? I can't remember. I think we might have. I'm more interested in a leg lamp. Fred, do it. I'd like to see a Star Wars stuff. Star Wars Snicker snacks. Laugh out loud. Yeah, for sure. Star Wars is cool. What about you do it to talk? Yeah, okay. All right. I'll tell you what. I don't really play Star Wars video games anymore. But I will, because I have about 14, no, that's not true, about 20 books on Star Wars role-playing games. So I will get them out. I'll do a live stream and I'll talk about Star Wars and RPGs. Okay, and we'll see where that conversation goes, because I will note down some things that I would like to say and see where it all goes. Because if I'm going to have a discussion about Star Wars, I want to talk about Star Wars in terms of its lore, but also story. So it sounds like we'd be doing it. Okay. Now, back to the task at hand, which is, have I caught up on everybody's comments? This life is actually 9. Make it 42, the answer to life. Oh, you got to be kidding. No. Okay. Data. The monster consumes electronic records. Data. All right. Okay, so I guess we're adding this one. Data. How do we get to data? Oh, is it data? That's right. Is it data or is it data from Star Trek? What do we call them? So I will do a Christmas special, Star Wars Christmas special this year. How does that sound? I will also do a Christmas special, RPG Christmas special about the future, because I always talk about the future of role-playing games at some point near the end of the year. It's just the thing that I do, right? Data. The monster consumes electronic records and information. And information. Or information, data. It's an odd thing, but if you have a monster that is a computer program, you could have a monster that is a computer program. What am I doing here? I'm not doing anything much. Okay, so let's just jump back to this other screen here. All right, I think I got it right. Let's see, where am I going here? D, that's right, data. I have data. Data, something goes right here. Okay, got it. No, that's not right. What have I done wrong? Take out the formatting. Okay, there we go. So, good. Sadist, the feeds on creatures' pain. Psychic energy, creatures' pain. It does feel similar. It does really feel very similar, but you never know. Copy, cut. Sadist. Say, SS, Sade. Sad little person, where are you going to go? Right there. There we go. That doesn't look right. Why does that not look right? Because that is that one. And that is that one. That and that is that. It's the same. It's my eyes. My eyes are suck. That's what it is. My eyes suck and I can't see. Did-a-yo. Okay, alright. Cool. Nice. We're doing all right. You know, there's a lot here. I do feel like some of them are kind of repetitive. Have I missed something that people have added in? I probably have. Do it. Raven would be a sweet movie if they could get good writers. Okay. The Grinch was right at the start of the story. He didn't hate Christmas. He hated the commercialization of Christmas and the greed of the people. Fair enough. Okay, Fred, invite that Star Wars girl to the stream. I know why you want me to do that, but no, I'm not going to do that. One, because why would she be interested in showing up on my channel in the first place? That Star Wars girl is far more famous than I am. Okay. Everyone enjoys eating electricity every evening. Tasty sparks. Okay. Never send a human to do a machine's job. Okay. Oh, we're going all over the place here. Prayer. The monster requires devotees to pray to it to sustain it. That's actually not a bad idea. I kind of like that. That's very odd. Glass eater. Glass is like just silicon, isn't it? Yes, we do. We have the feeding of off different elements. We have elemental craver. So earth, fire, water, and air. We've got that one already. But derps prayer one. I don't think we have the prayer one. So let's truck. I'm just gonna cheat and just copy and paste it because feeling that way. All right. So here we go. Pasting prayer. Okay. Driz BC, hello, how are you? Magic Devourer reminds me of a monster from old school D&D, the Monster Eater, I think it was. A cloud monster that disenchanted everything it touched. Yeah, more than likely. I'll invite Anna for you then. Oh, good Lord. I know where this is going. Devotion Devourer. You reckon? Prayer Devourer. Devotion Devourer. Prayer Devourer. We can go with Prayer Devourer. It'll be fine. Let's just put it here and then decide what to do with it. Taking out the formatting. Prayer Devourer. The monster requires devotees to pray to it to be devotees to pray to it to be it requires devotees to pray to it for sustenance. We'll just do that. Okay, I think I got it. So let's grab this one and go cut. Prayer P goes right in there. We'll put that there. Paste. And we'll keep the recycled food one because it's amusing. Mind Muncher. Emotions, Mind Muncher, feel very similar. Emotions, okay, all right. The monster feeds on negative spoken words. Negative energy. Let's get rid of that one. Let's go to just negative spoken words. I think that's just, let's keep it simple. Keep it simple, Fred. Okay. All right, that's good. I got that across. So a few adjustments done around the cyber troll. just a bit, yeah. So negative spoken words. We're going to concentrate on the spoken word for that one. And then everything else, two that I'm not too sure about. Yes, we are down to the last one. The last one. Drink of water. Deep breath. What else can a monster consume or feed off? That is the question. Feeds off of undead. Well, we've already got dead things, dead meat, so I think we're done there. A sock eater. The reason you can't find a sock is because... So, I made a character years ago called Knickerbocker. And Knickerbocker... The story behind Knickerbocker is Knickerbocker was from his own sort of dimension. He was a gremlin. And he collected socks. And he would come through a portal in the washing machine, steal the socks that he wanted, the handkerchiefs and the underwear, and go back. And the whole place, his whole world was just socks, underwear, and handkerchiefs hanging everywhere, decorating the place. In fact, he would eat them as well. And his name was Knickerbocker the Gremlin. A very strange concept. I almost got my brother to turn it into a child's book. But anyway. Kinder Cooker. The monster eats children. We've gone to let's eat children now? Oh, teeth. Oh, I see where we're going with this. The tooth fairy gives money for teeth so she can eat them. That's bone. Do we have a bone cruncher? Do we have bone cruncher? We could have a bone, somebody that just eats bone. Yeah, dead and undead. Yeah, exactly. They're the same. It's, yeah. How about I just put bone cruncher? I don't think we've got that one. Bone crunch. Bone cruncher. I don't think that's correct. Let's crusher. Bone cruncher. The monster. Digests. Let's go here. Choose. And digests. Animal bones. The bone cruncher. Bone cruncher. It's like a crunchy bar, but not as nice. Okay. Cut the bone cruncher. B, bone marrow, bone cruncher. Probably should be going before that. I think we've got everything that we need to have here. I get the distinct feeling we really are just grasping at straws. Oh, I think 40 is probably the limit in terms of the things you can come up with. We are just sort of going over the same thing. We have bone marrow, but we just don't have bone. Yeah. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Exactly. Fred says undead or dead, basically a dog. That's right, Pale Rider. Undead or dead are just another form of dog. Remember this, please. Use his bones to bake my bread. Exactly. Yes. I'm glad you remember the your childhood was not wasted. Okay, here we go. More than I expected. Fred, I agree. I was not expecting quite as many of these. People have done a really good job. Washing machine, cookies. You know, we could easily add in a cookie consumer of some kind, but let's get real. Now we're just getting super silly. Okay, so emotions, the creature collects the energy from feelings and emotions. And I'm going to leave this one here. I think that's nice and specific. We know what we're dealing with there. This other one, mind muncher, the creature feeds on psychic energy. We've already got one that's around memories, of feeding on a creature's memories to survive. I feel like mind muncher is really the odd one out here. It doesn't quite work. Do you know what I mean? We could certainly add socks, underwear, and hankies, but I don't know that would anybody ever select that. Do you know, if I put that on a list and somebody was using the list, if they used the list, would they ever like, oh, that's the one I would like to add? That's the one that I should definitely go for? I'm not sure that they would. I get the distinct feeling it probably would not be the thing they would select. So this is, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. We'll leave that one alone. I'm reasonably happy with the rest of it. I feel like we've tried to sort of vary it a little bit. I'm kind of curious. Is ChatGPT, is it going to be any smarter than we are? I think we've done everything that they could possibly think of. Really not convinced that it could figure out any more. Oh, here we go. So there's a table. Livestock, mammals, that's the same thing. Stone, magic essence, we've done that. Fruit, sake, mischief, what? Humans, small mammals, yeah, same thing. Fish, oh, that's just trying to break down all the animals. Who cares about that? Milk, honey, sweets, humans, large mammals. We've kind of covered all that stuff. Fear, feeding on fear, psychological torment, and maybe that's what we need to put it down as, psychological fear. Do we have something that's around fear? We've got feelings and emotions, but the feeds on fear. We've got one on pain, but not fear. Let's just make it fear. Let's do that. Maybe that's the way to go. There's always that monster that feeds on fear, like the it creature, right? It feeds on fear. The creature feeds on The monster feeds on fear. Monster absorbs another creature's fear for energy. Okay, that'll do. That's probably fine. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And we'll just put fear muncher. And if I put here fear, move it. Oops, let's do that. Try it again. Take this, cut, like so, and fear. Do you remember how to spell Fred? Probably not. Here we go. Fear. And it's in. And why have I got too many? Oh, that's because there's a big space here. Too many, too many, too many. Okay. All right. 40. 40 is good. 40 is a good number. What? It was very well transparent. A crash adventure hook. May the munchies be with you. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to just check GPT, see if there's anything else. Trees, fruit, sunlight, we've done all those. Sea creatures, and we've done that. Alcohol. That's an odd one. Interesting. Is it really worth putting in? I feel like alcohol is just another form of gold. We've got metal already. Mischief. Blood organs. We've done all this. Air, cloud, magical essence. We've done all of that. I don't think that there's anything particularly stands out so far. I haven't seen anything that sort of says, we haven't done that one yet. They keep having fear keeps cropping up. So I guess that's a big factor, right? Sowing, souls, various animals, sea creatures, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all right, we didn't need you in the end. Doesn't matter. So, cool. Done. 40 different food sources for our monster. That table should serve us quite well for a little while. I think that covers pretty much all the different things we've usually come up with. Worked out. Great. Awesome. Tomorrow I will be doing the Esoteric Hermit, which is a spellcaster for Morkbork. Character build on that little bugger. It should be interesting. We need a subtitle that describes the feelings. No, we do not. No, we do not need that. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. As of, you can expect before the end of the year, there's going to be some jumping around. So you'll find in New Zealand, I will not be live streaming on Christmas Day or Boxing Day in New Zealand. Now, that'll be a different day for you in North America, but my Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I'm not working on a live stream. It's just not going to happen. Even though I'm working those days in my day job, I won't be doing it on YouTube. The other thing is New Year's and the day after New Year's, I won't be doing it in New Zealand on New Year's or the day after New Year's. I'm no live streaming from me. I still have to work those days at my day job. I have to work all the public holidays. But it's going to be depressing if I have to do this and go and do the day job. So I'm not going to do that. Goes into food coma. So yeah, expect me to have something prepared to talk about the future of role-playing games and also Star Wars, because got to finish the year with something that appeals to me, and that seems like a good idea. Okay, cool. So that's that. We are ready to cycle out, and yes, wife's birthday is tomorrow. Might not be in the stream. No problems, Pale Rider. Go and celebrate your wife's birthday. That's important. Boxing Day is returning the gifts you didn't like. Well, yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem, frankly. I'm not going to be able to do that anyway. So, huge thank you to all of my patrons who support me on Patreon. I want to thank everybody who's been in the live stream, watching and listening. For those of you who have taken part in the poll, I really do appreciate you taking part in the poll. It's good to have some feedback from people who are here. I want to thank Esper the Bard, who has allowed me to use his monsters in these live streams, and we'll continue to do so right through into the end of 2023 and into the new year, 2024. We'll be talking about more monsters from Esper's Emporium of Esoterica and making more monster stuff. I also want to thank those of you, specifically those of you in the chat. It's always nice when people show up for this and give their feedback, and you've shared all sorts of just stuff. So thank you for being here. So Pale Rider, Fred Huber, Prepare, Cook and Survive, Noroak, thank you for being here, and Chris Broskett. That's right, Chris Broskett. I got it right. Okay, cool. There was also Dritz TBC, I believe, who showed up for a little while, and we have Derp. Can't forget Derp. I said Pale Rider already, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I said Pale Rider already. And we also, I'm sure we had somebody else who was here earlier and had to leave, and I cannot remember their name. Nonya. I don't know if I ever get your name right, but Nonya, thank you for being in the live stream and commenting in the chat. I do appreciate it. It's good to have some feedback. Anyway, that is it for today. So wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, or the wee early morning, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbors. And hey, till next time, be ready, because a Star Wars live stream is coming very, very soon. I don't know when, but just keep an eye out. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. Okay, Pale Rider, I'll share it early.